Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It is Monday, November 24th. You got us Packaging Today show where we talk about packaging today, right? Pretty straightforward. Today what are we covering today? We're covering sustainable packaging. Like, what does it mean? What is it? We'll go through a couple different industries. We'll talk about like what packaging can be in terms of sustainability within different CPG.
Today.
What?
We'll do that today.
We'll do that today. That's right. So we got Corey Caveman Connors joining us from Seattle. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
It's great. Seattle's wonderful.
Nice.
I give up. I'm just claiming it for now.
Then we got Adam, the Pale Man Peak.
Hello.
Coming in from Utah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What'd you do this weekend?
I did a lot of stuff this weekend, actually. I drove down to church. He calls me out and he's like, I don't care if you have tattoos or if you're a bald guy wearing a hat. And so I stood up and I was like, hey, everybody. It was a crazy weekend, though. It was a crazy weekend.
Hugh.
What's up, Hugh?
Wait, I sent Hugh a story. Speaking of things that are not about packaging, it was a headline in the AP News. Let me see. Hugh, I'm going to pull this up.
That's the Adam Peak News.
It's the Adam Peak News Channel station.
Where you just make stuff up.
Pale Man all the time.
It's just all
always pale.
All the time.
That's what
and
it's called.
Said, and I quote, here it is. Motorist in North Carolina tells 911, I just had a bald eagle drop a cat through my windshield. And I can confirm, sources confirm, it was not Hugh Curtis.
Nice.
That had the cat dropped through his windshield by a bald eagle.
What's up, Charlie? How's it going?
The AP News. That's me. The Adam Peak News.
Adam Peak News.
All pale all the time.
All pale.
All day.
Are you Avelio the Madman Matos? Is that?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, yeah. That's what my mom called me.
Was that your nickname when you were an MMA fighter?
No.
And in this corner, we have Avelio.
Never
the Madman Matos.
As much as I would have loved for that to have been my earlier career, that's absolutely not what I've done.
Oh.
Hey, I did get some maple syrup goodness from Hugh, Hugh shipped out some stuff.
Delicious.
Man, that stuff is good. Like, who ever thought of maple syrup popcorn? Like, dude, that is tasty.
Yum.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
It's always sunny in Colorado. 300 days of sunshine in the great state of Colorado.
Did you know that Colorado coming in?
Did they get
Jim.
sunshine of any state in the union? Colorado does. Go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. Well, you wouldn't know that because you live in Seattle. So
it's always raining here, so I'll get used to it.
400 days out of the year in Seattle, in the suburbs of Seattle.
But at least we have green grass.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're probably smoking.
Damn, Corey looks at the bright side on everything. I don't know how Corey does it.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Always
So let's talk about some sustainable packaging. If I am shipping e-commerce, right? If I'm a D2C brand, and I see this so much. I see this so much that it annoys me. But it shouldn't. Good for you. You guys should go out there and build businesses 1,000,000% that need packaging.
Yeah.
But I see this every day, at least 10 times on Reddit, where somebody's like, I am starting a luxury fashion brand out of my garage. What's the cheapest packaging I could use for D2C? I only need 50.
Yeah.
So
luxury and cheapest. I don't believe those words are the same. There's something not lining up here.
No, but it makes sense because of
I don't like it.
Well, because what are you going to do? Spend $100 on every box?
Mm-hmm.
Some MOQs are going to be $5,000 for like really high end.
But somebody spends $200 on a T-shirt, and you send it to them in a plastic poly bag. You know, just with no print on it, or it's not the right signal. You're not sending the right message. You're not sending a premium message. Is my
It's
point.
true. Yes. Yeah.
But aside that drives me nuts. But aside from the luxury, right? So everybody out there that's starting a DTC brand that's wanting to do something,
Weenus
or
Lube.
making hoodies or making t-shirts,
Packaging
socks,
today.
whatever they're
Packaging.com, Weenus Lube.
making. Yeah, they're making.
Do you have
elbow
more
grease.
left? Or you're out?
There's
I,
like 5 pallets.
I think I have 5 pallets sitting in my garage. No, I think I have like 3 boxes left. Maybe I am either going to throw them out but people keep buying them. Randos.
Donate them to a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
They have weenuses too.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that homeless weenus joke.
But
Yeah.
all right. So
It's
like,
happening.
what should you be asking, right? If you're DTC, let's say you're not trying to do 50, right? You're trying to do whatever the MOQ is, 5,000, 1,000.
Right.
What's the right question to ask to get to sustainable packaging?
I mean, I know that it's in Corey's title, so naturally I'll speak first.
Obviously.
I
mean,
I have-
AP News. AP News coming in.
I drive a Dodge Strat. What is the? I think the most important thing is it going to protect your product, and what is the journey of your product? That always there is the most unsustainable thing is return products, damaged products, all of that stuff. So you have to dig into that question first. Not is it pretty, not is it expensive, not is it inexpensive. It's just like, is this going to protect my product? And there's going to be a lot of different things that will do that. So get those options first and foremost. And then from there, Corey Connors.
Yeah, it must perform first, always. That's top priority. If it doesn't, it's the least sustainable option. Thank you, AP News, for your insights, of course.
Yeah.
But then we start to talk about, are they interested in a reusable program? Are they interested in something where they send it back? Are they interested in a loyalty program, something like that? And if that doesn't spark their interest, then are they interested in recyclable packaging, like a corrugated box or something, a corrugated or a paper-based mailer? Those kinds of things are very recyclable easily, curbside for most people. There still are 50 million U.S. households that don't have access to curbside recycling, but that's improving with EPR. 50 million U.S. households don't have access to curbside recycling.
How?
From Ryan Smith at Recyclops.
50 million households, not people. 50 million households is like, what is that going to be? 150 million if you take the average of 3%.
Well, think about the whole city of it.
The whole city of it have a curbside by themselves.
The whole city of Atlanta just decided to not renew their recycling. They don't recycle there anymore. So I mean, you think about this. There's millions of people that don't have access to it. But I think, which is why I think some of these reusable programs might be more beneficial. But what can you do with corrugated if you don't have access to recycling locally? You could take it somewhere else. There's burn it. There's other things you can use it for.
Burning it is probably not the greatest.
Probably not a good idea, but you could put it in your garden. There's other things that people do to use it as mulch and things like that. But I think you need to look at the end of life is the point of all of this.
I like what Matt said. I do send a lot of people. Saloni and Kyle do a great job at Eco.
They're great.
They're not like sponsors or anything. It's just they do a lot of really, really good stuff. And that's especially for smaller e-commerce D2C brands. I find that they can do like one color pad printing in-house. So if you want to customize it, but you don't want to buy all the plates or set it, they have some processes there. So they've done a very, very good job there at Eco Enclosed. So shout out to Saloni and Kyle.
But I also agree with with Kmore here, right? So for small quantity stuff, you can go on a website and buy boxes, right? You can go to Uline or Boxery or any of these companies that just sell standard blank boxes, white or craft. You can go on, like big, I think it's like big ass stamps or something like that. You can buy these huge pad printing stamps. You don't have to do like a
It's a
flexible
great
plate.
idea.
You can do
To
a pad print.
customize small
Yeah,
volume.
stamp it.
Great idea.
You can do stickers. You know,
Actually,
you
no,
can do
that would be it.
Stickers.com.
Yeah.
bumperlabels.net. You can get stickers and put it on your pack. Like you
A
don't.
New
It doesn't
Earth
have to be
project.
fully branded. Or you can get a tape. You can get a really nice branded tape,
Yeah.
right? A nice paper tape. Seal that over your box. Ship that. Done. D2C. Easy.
I like the hand stamping. I think
I do
that
too.
because there's
It really
so-
adds a lot.
is there so much imperfection in it because every stamp is going to be a little bit different. And I think there's something cool about that. I got to do a bunch of stamping for Dale Dupree from the Sales Rebellion. We made some custom donut boxes, and I bought the donut boxes, some pink donut boxes from Uline and a black stamp, and I just employed my children, and we just like did some hand stamping. And actually, I got a custom handwriting robot, and it would handwrite notes on the inside of the box. It was crazy. It was a fun project.
Nice. What? All right. So that's D2C. So now, if you are going on shelf, right? Like I've started seeing rotten candies at my local Fry's, like my local grocery store. These guys
That's
are
cool.
expanding, they're growing, which is awesome. And
Do
if you're
do you like going to Fry's with the common people? Because I know that you're more of like an Erewhon shopper in Scottsdale.
we don't have an Erewhon.
Oh,
We've got an AJ's, but you know, that's
It's
silly.
next to Gucci.
I'm just glad you're going to your local Kroger's. That's
Yeah.
it's a big step for you, Velio. And by the way, you got out of your house, so congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good for you.
I mean, I literally live next door, so I have a tunnel. I don't even see the sunlight. Yeah, so
He has
if
a
you've got a
tunnel
product that's going on shelf, what's going to be sustainable, right? We see a ton of different materials out there. We've got, biodegradable. We see stuff that dissolves. We see stuff that's recyclable.
I heard a study recently that consumers care that there is recycled content in the packaging. That means a lot to them. It actually means more to them than the fact that the material is still recyclable.
Do you
I
think
thought,
people care?
I think they do. I think
I
at
don't
least they
believe that.
say they do in these surveys, that we in the packaging industry take. I think, but I
Yeah,
think
but we're just asking people in packaging.
But also, I mean,
true.
think about if you get a survey and it's like, do you care that a company has recycled content? You probably are going to be like, yeah.
Yeah, I care about that.
I
like
mean, but
recycling.
when you're at Costco,
Mhm.
where we know Hugh lives at Costco. Actually, he has moved in there.
He has a maple syrup house there.
Yeah, it's actually a gingerbread house, but I think that it's like, yes, it's good, but that's not a primary driver of decisions. If I had to guess, I think the primary driver is it in stock?
Mhm.
What's the price? And then honestly, just how
Right.
does it look? Does it look
Does it
fresh?
look premium? Does it look quality?
I just think there's something about that is a bit more important to consumers. And then at the end of it, there's a justification that's rational. So there's a tremendous book that I recommend anybody to read. It's called The Righteous Mind: Why Good People Divide Over Religion and Politics. Hang on a second. But the book actually talks about why people make decisions. Intellectually. So post-consumer content, or is this recyclable? It's not an emotional, it's a rationalization that happens after they've emotionally connected. So I actually think packaging design, going back to what Avelio does, the structure, the look, the feel is going to have a much greater impact than what's written as the PCR content, or even I think that is subsequent to the ingredients. I think people look at ingredients before they look at consumer PCR stuff.
I think we're getting a little bit away from Avelio's question, though. He asked what is actually sustainable, not what the consumer thinks is sustainable. So,
Yeah, but if the consumer doesn't buy your product, or if they're not
Yeah,
motivated,
but consumers are not buying it because it's recycled content. I don't buy that at all.
Mhm.
I will not buy that for $1. When
it's a tough sell to
Right,
believe
if
that.
you're-
Right.
if it was all about sustainability on the consumer side, making the decision to purchase because it's got PCR or it is recyclable, we wouldn't see so many mixed material stand-up pouches taking over every single shelf.
Right.
Like that stuff is difficult to recycle. Consumers can't tell if it's monomaterial or not. They don't know. They don't care.
They're going to throw it
It's
away.
all about cost, unfortunately. So when you're talking about that, when that's really the obstacle that as a brand you're trying to overcome, what is the more sustainable decision to make?
is
You
our
spend
sound
more?
And by the way, Charlie said our sound is off. So
Yeah, our sound went off when the intro kicked on because you were starting to talk about something else. It's your fault.
Politics. Yeah, let me.
Let's talk more about that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, go ahead, Corey. You can jump in on Avelio's point there.
Well, I think it's important that we look at what consumers will do easily. What can they do easily? They can put it at their curbside easily. Most Americans can. Yes, there's still millions that don't have access, but most people will put their packaging from their consumer goods into the recycle bin, even if it's recyclable or not. And that's a problem. So I think brands should make packaging that is recyclable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If possible.
I think if possible, right? It's not, if you're in a stand-up pouch and your only option
drop off
is a monomaterial versus a mixed material, but the monomaterial is going to degrade your shelf life or the consumer, because some of that stuff is really stretchy. And so it can be difficult to open and people get frustrated. And so if they have to use scissors, or if you need there's just there's other of these complications. And it's like, yes, if you can, and if it is cost and user neutral, then do it. I think people will do it all day long. The issue is that oftentimes it's just not. And that can be the difficult part.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people are, right now, everybody's concerned about cost of goods, right? When they go to the grocery store, what they're actually paying for.
Right.
The last thing on their mind is, hey, I know this is $10 more than it was last month, but is it recyclable? Like, I don't think that goes through anybody's mind right now, honestly.
Except for packaging nerds like us.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at this comment here from Jeff Weston.
I didn't know they closed a shop there.
Dude, Art Donnelly's closing a ton of shops, actually. They closed one in Texas, in Indiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, New Jersey.
They got really big. They expanded a lot.
Yeah, they're closing a ton.
So I'm on Zillow right now looking at houses in Anderson, South Carolina. Do we want to move into a compound with our family to start this business? All three of us go there. What are we thinking?
I don't know. Like,
maybe somebody else can do it. It's
fine. Atlantic Packaging has a printing facility in Tabor City, so that's pretty close to there.
Is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
Jeff, reach out to Corey.
Jeff, check it out. Atlantic
Tabor City, North Carolina.
Tabor City, North Carolina.
Yes. Tabor City,
East Carolina.
East Carolina.
Their East High School played West High School, and it was pretty funny to see that.
What do we got? We got Matt Burns coming in with
just so we're fact checking here, live fact checking at AP News Fact Check. Anderson, South Carolina to Tabor City, North Carolina is a 4-hour drive.
Okay, he said close, and that's a relatively that's a relative term. So
where it should be
closer than the Great Northwest
is Greenville, South Carolina, or Clemson, South Carolina, which are incredible. And you got Clemson right there. Why would you?
We have a corrugated production facility in Greenville. So boom.
There you go. There you go.
Nailed it.
Matt Burns values disposability. I hate breaking down boxes, especially boxes that are really hard to break down.
What? That's the best part.
Costco gives you
the
bulk
challenge.
product, produce boxes to take home. Grocery
Come on,
center.
Matt.
Indestructible.
Enjoy the challenge. Enjoy the challenge.
Yeah, hot take. Don't use the boxes. Just
say no.
at
Just say
Costco.
no.
And then you just load them in your vehicle. And then for me, we have 8 people in my house, so it's basically a U-Haul.
Just let them roll around the back. It's fine.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I walk out of the grocery store. If I'm going in for like 3 or 4 things, I walk out of the grocery store with the stuff in my hands.
Yeah.
I always think it's so people are thinking I'm like the dumbest person, but I'm like, I got a receipt and I got, eggs and like a can of jam or whatever I got stacked in one hand. I walk out.
I don't. Here's the best part though. When I do that, I just go right out the door. I don't even pay. It's wild.
That's how you've saved so much money.
Yeah, that's how you fight inflation. Is don't do that. Don't steal everybody.
No, Charlie's saying if a brand creates a story around sustainability, they can drive a following.
Yes.
I think that may be the case for certain industries, but not for all, right? And if we're talking CPG,
loyalty. Yeah,
if you're in CPG, that's where it gets really competitive, right? Because that's where it's price driven, feature driven. Like there's changes every time you go in.
Is CPG near Greenville, South Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got Hugh saying Anderson is just south of Greenville. He's just explaining some geometry. Jim P. Empty stand-up pouches can give a poor experience with product versus a full pouch, right? So that's the other thing too with stand-up pouches, right? You've got like a stand-up pouch and it's all air. But that's kind of the chip dilemma when you get a bag of chips.
Yes. When will that ever change?
I think
you need headspace to protect that product.
Well, and they're just settling, right?
You don't need 3 feet. It's like it's like the bag of chips is this big and it's chips start here.
Man, this is a banner day. Corey has gotten we've broken him.
Oh, chips. I love chips.
So that's all right. So that's like D2C, CPG. Last thing I would say is like retail, right? So if you're going into a store, you're walking, you're buying a shirt, you're buying clothing, jewelry, accessories, that type of stuff, and you're walking out. That's where I think you can get into more things. And because it's part of the experience, it's part of the storytelling, like Charlie was saying, it makes a little bit of a difference. Not when you're in CPG, because that's part of the consumer decision. I'm buying a shirt, I'm buying whatever. There's no
if you buy a shirt and it's got 13 pages of cards that you have to that you don't read through and you just throw away, probably that's wasteful. Like Patagonia did a huge study on that, and they said their customers didn't care if there were 3 tags or 1 tag. It didn't affect their decision to buy the shirt or the item.
Yeah, but then when you go to the register and you pay for the goods that don't have any packaging on them, and they put them inside of packaging for you to walk out, if that is sustainable, if there is a clear sustainable message to that, consumer feels good about the purchase they've made,
right?
And they feel good about the packaging.
When you said
that
this,
is so different from, a stand-up pouch at the grocery store.
I like
thinking the same.
What you've said about retail bags, how it's like a status symbol and people feel good. They walk around the town with them, or they walk around the mall, or they keep them, they buy them. There's a market for bags because people will put them behind their computer or cameras to, right. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So, even like,
oh, there's your local.
Yeah, even like this. But where you've got a knitted paper handle and you've got a recycled black paper that's dyed, no printing, and then you've got just a really clear one color print.
A really clear message that says, "I'm better than you," and I know it.
Yeah, I can carry my lunch in here.
Someday you could buy this.
I put my McDonald's in there.
So I don't know if you've ever covered this topic, but is selling mass market retail more sustainable than direct to consumer through e-commerce? In the sense that
Great question.
If you can take a lot of products, right, and bulk pack them, even if they're already in retail packaging, but the freight costs are going to be significantly less than sending them all out from a distribution center. They go to one place, somebody goes there, they pick up a whole bunch of stuff, and then they go home. That seems to be potentially a lower carbon footprint approach to sustainability, is actually selling through mass market retail and not on all of the, on Amazon and things like that.
Right.
What do you guys think?
It makes sense to ship in bulk. That the move to COVID required a significant increase in packaging because people wanted delivery to their house individually. Whereas if those products would have shipped bulk to a retail store, there would have been a lot less packaging for most of them. So I think that answers that question. Think about direct to consumer, the boom of COVID purchasing. Everybody wants it at home. All of a sudden, that's box in a box in a box because Amazon or whichever retailer or online retailer you're using has to add packaging, and then all of a sudden, your recycle bin is full.
What's the number one sustainability problem that brands should be solving? And then I know you got to cut loose.
Yeah. I think unnecessary packaging, should be removed. Like they were saying about the pouches that are too tall. Just if you don't need the headspace for protection, then cut it down to size and tout that innovation on the packaging. Say this bag's 30% smaller, but the contents are 100% the same. Something like that.
I think there's a lot of waste in the process of buying packaging that's non-marketable that brands can do to save money. So, okay, bye, Corey.
Bye, friends.
But whether that's lightweighting or changing up materials from one material to the next, or forecasting a little bit better. There's just there's so much waste that happens in the process, and a lot of times that waste is driven by brand decisions. So one example I would have is like a tight color gamut on specific brand colors. I don't think brands, if people don't care about sustainability claims, they definitely don't have spectrophotometers when they're at the store shelf looking at color deltas. And the amount of waste, like I notice this now running a manufacturing printing company, the amount of waste that is generated because a company says this has to be within this delta tolerance is a lot. And so there's those things that I think brands can do to be more sustainable and save money.
Be more lenient. Hey, my green is like this flexible.
Just open up the standard a little bit more. It doesn't have to be like, I don't care if it's green or blue, just print it. But like, if you pick a spot color, pick a Pantone color, whatever it is, say, we're willing, our customers won't notice. They literally don't. There's never been a study done, never been a study produced. Nobody ever has cared about a wider color gamut, and we could do it. Open up digital printing, so there's no hardly.
If you do decide to get some printing done, you come to idpdirect.com. We care about your color.
We do it. No, I mean obviously we do it, but it's just
Peak apparently does not care.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's printing it, right? The tighter your color tolerance, the more waste you're probably going to generate.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, are we meeting again on Wednesday? Are we going to do it?
Is that Thanksgiving? Do we give thanks on Wednesday?
No, we give thanks on Thursday.
All right. So we'll do Wednesday. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Thanks, man. Good show.
Yeah, that was great.
Get ready for questions on
Can we solve it?